ZenGen is a nonprofit, a 501c3 nonprofit that will provide mental health resources to teenagers who either don't know or just aren't able to get the help that they need, but it's also giving a community and a space for these things to be discussed without a stigma around them, because I do recognize the stigma currently in this generation, in Gen Z, around getting mental health resources and help.
Tell me a little more about your part of the story where peers started coming to you, and this is what kind of grew into your idea of ZenGen.
I felt an openness, sort of, in being able to share my experiences. And when I shared how I dealt with them, I noticed a lot of my peers would sort of come to me and ask me how they should deal with certain parts of their life. But it felt wrong that so many people had so many of these issues that were going unaddressed, to the point where they
Mhm.
reached out to me, because although I've gone through some things for sure, I am not trained, licensed to be able to help them in any kind of capacity like that. So I figured it was time to build something that could help everybody, not just
Mhm.
me and the people that I talk to, but help as many people who need it as possible. And that's what we're setting out to do. At its
What I hope ZenGen to do is to collate the resources into a single place where, beginning with teenagers, they will have a single place to find the answer. Do I need help? Is what
Mhm.
I'm feeling normal, or is it something I need intervention for? Do I need
Mhm.
to talk to someone, or is this just kind of normal kid stuff? And then what is this that I'm feeling? Is it ADHD? Is it anxiety? Is it depression? There's a range of possibilities, or maybe it's I'm just sad today. But I think that the challenge that most of Generation Z has is that they know about mental health care. They've heard about it. But one thing that Dallas has said that really has struck me recently is mental health care should be as ubiquitous as physical health care.
We need a world where every single teen has access to mental health check-ins, into counseling without shame. Emotional things need to be as routine as dental visits, or academic achievement being similarly valued as emotional intelligence. This isn't just about preventing crises. It's about nurturing a generation that is equipped to handle life's challenges with resilience and wisdom. We need to
Wow.
invest in teen mental health today, because we're cultivating
Mhm.
tomorrow's leaders, innovators, community builders, and every single one of those people deserve to be heard. This is, I think, the best way that I could possibly imagine to share my vision.
I think a big goal of ZenGen is to have a provider list of counselors who've been vetted, who we know will offer all of these qualities for you, so that you don't have to worry about going through that vetting process yourself or trying to jump through a lot of hoops, because I know that can be really hard.
The ZenGen Club will have a structure where we gather questions from our community and invite people to ask and to be curious and to be vigilant of themselves and others, and to learn about
Mhm.
themselves. Because, like I said, this needs to be commonplace. This can't be, it has to be primary for every single person like me. This is a developmental
Mhm.
stage
Mhm.
of who we're going to grow into, and it's one way that
And
we're
I like
trying to.
that with ZenGen. It's a combination of one, the website, and where there's going to be videos like this, going into depth about all sorts of topics. But also on that website is going to be a plethora of really great providers, so that you know where to look for the right provider near you.
And I think that that is why Clubs Engine, we feel so strongly about getting it up and running, because what it will do is it will create a community within the school so that you know that there are others in the school who can support each other. So for those kids who are going through their day feeling down about one thing or another, they also know there's a lot of other kids that are experiencing something similar. Sometimes it's just good to know you're not alone. You're not the only one
Mhm.
who's feeling down or low. And especially if you have to spend 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day at school, it's good to know that there's someone there who's holding your hand or who's looking out for you or who is patting you on the shoulder saying, how you doing today? Sometimes that might be all it takes. Dallas was a brand new student and he didn't have any friends. It was tough, and he happened to be going through it at that time. And so that was difficult, just having that awareness or having that camaraderie amongst your peers. Club ZenGen can help bring those kids together.
Dallas, what is the game plan of ZenGen to make a difference, to make an impact for students who may be coming to school feeling like this, maybe don't know, hey, is it time to take this seriously or not? How is ZenGen going to serve the teens, your peers?
ZenGen, we are going to start our ZenGen club, the first one being at Alpharetta High School. We're going to try to get as many people involved as possible. We're going to spread the word. This is as important as you say it is. We have a website in development that is going to list all of our resources, staff, team, everything in that regard. Beyond that, we're going to create a sense of community at every place we're able to touch.
I love that. Sense of community, everywhere we can touch, anywhere we can have an impact. I can see this being nationwide in a few years. I really can.
Well,
If you want to get in contact with us, you can send us an email at zengenlife.us, ZenGenLifeus at gmail.com. If you're interested in starting anything like a club or volunteering or helping out, or outreach is another big one, all of the great avenues to contact us. Beyond that, you just have questions, you can send us an email and we will get back to you and we will try to help you as best as possible.
Awesome.
and
Awesome.
don't
And
forget,
JCAC, we offer the counselor through an intern to come and help facilitate that group so it stays positive. We have a mental health professional right there that is able to answer questions or elaborate more or do a little education piece about this or that, whatever the topic of the day is. How do people donate? How do people get involved in that way?
so we have a QR code that's right here on the screen. You'll be able to go to a webpage where you can contribute financially. But we're also looking for donations in other ways. For example, the ZenGen Club, this is an after school club. So anyone who's interested in donating pizzas or drinks or anything we can do to get them to the place where we can start educating them and get them also on the journey to wellness. We're happy to take any other donations as well, even non-financial, if they're food donations.
Maybe
We're
help with starting the website or help with kind of getting traction marketing. If you
developing.
have skills in those sets, that any help is appreciated.